This is Two and a Half Takes, a podcast dedicated to our love of sports. My name is Shaun. You are watching our episode 14, where we're going to focus on OU football and the 2025 NBA champions, the Oklahoma City Thunder. We're going to discuss OU's bounce back win. We're going to look ahead to OU playing host to number 8, Ole Miss. And then later tonight, you will be able to watch the Oklahoma City just drop a beautiful banner or raise a banner, whichever way we're going to do it, and then see some rings. So very exciting. But the kind of more exciting thing right now, like always, I get to introduce two great friends, Paul, Steven. Hey, guys.
What's up?
Good to see y'all.
Yeah,
It's
great to
pretty.
see you guys.
I know. Yeah, we're not.
Much better feeling than last week.
Yeah. All around, for the most part.
Well, for you guys at least, you guys have a much better weekend. Yeah.
I think that OU fans, we really struggle when we lose. It's hard to come out of that.
You know, I was thinking last, as I was preparing for this, I was just thinking about how like Paul believed that we would turn it around, and I was just
It's who I am.
The banner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just
That's right.
I was just totally I don't know, I was just totally crashing out last week, so
Well, I mean, it had to be some level of a fluke game, right? It had to be some level of like, it's just you either get up for that game or you don't, and then you go to the next game. And so I think it was good that they got to go do an away game right after that. I think being in Norman may not have been great. And so I think, yeah, and it shows a ton of fortitude to just mental toughness to go out there and win. So, yeah,
Hey,
good bounce back.
First time ever going to South Carolina. So,
Yeah.
My quick take is we took care of business. We did what we were supposed to do. I'm still hesitant about the offense. Mateer doesn't look like he was prior to the injury. But we said, hey, I think Paul and I both were like, nope, we're going to go 8-1 when it goes to South Carolina, Ole Miss, and whoever the heck else we play after that. And then from there, let's see what happens into the major gauntlet of things. So we're one down.
Everybody's beatable, dude. That's just how it is. So
yeah, looking at everything, there's no. I mean, Ole Miss had Georgia on the ropes, and couldn't hold
at
on.
Home.
Yeah, at home. Well, it was at Georgia.
Oh, was that Georgia? It was at Georgia.
Yeah, that game was
yeah.
at Georgia,
But Ole Miss was undefeated going into that game. But yeah. That's right.
So, by hosting Washington State. Yeah, good. Fix that issue from last week.
Do y'all think, just as a quick side, our friend Andrew Gilman, hey, you know who we should have on the pod? We should have Andrew Gilman on the pod.
Talk a little pickleball too.
He has a strong. He has a strong opinion that there's no home field advantage. Like he strongly believes that, and so I think that's interesting to think about that.
Huh.
My feelings inside of me disagree with that wholeheartedly, right? But you see this happen all the time.
I guess you'd have to because if you look at OU, like we had a pretty long win streak there. Like whenever I was in college, through like I don't know, it was like 2010 or 2011 or something like that. And
sure.
And the question goes like, was that a really good home field advantage, or were we just better than everybody else?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. Are we just good, and so it really doesn't matter? Yeah,
it'd be interesting.
It's interesting.
The statistics, yeah, people's win-loss record, home versus away, and stuff like that.
I think that also has to do with where you're going and who's traveling, right? Like, of course, the two teams matter, but if we go play at LSU or we go play USC in SoCal, which one's going to be more home field advantage? Like that, then you're going to go, LSU is going to be more difficult.
Well, to me, I think depending on the sport, it really does depend on the sport. I think college football, probably more than any of the other sports, can be affected by the crowd because you can't communicate if you're on offense, if the defense is, if the crowd is being loud. and the defense doesn't need to communicate as much as the offense does. And whenever you
Yep.
get into basketball or soccer or baseball, even baseball, I mean, the communication when it comes to all those other sports is nothing compared to what you have to have on the offense in football. So
Yeah, I
they
agree.
don't run a lot of plays, on that are like, whereas every offensive play, if you don't know what the play is and you do something wrong, then you've got a problem. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
yeah, I could see
it's interesting.
that. But yeah, so just getting back on OU South Carolina, we went into South Carolina, Columbia, and seemed like it was a decent crowd at the beginning of the game. Um, we had never been to South Carolina, so that was a fun. I think it was a fun, unique thing to get to do. I think that we were ready, and we kind of saw a lot of different things come up. We ran the ball better than we have all year, even against worse teams. We ran the ball better,
Yes.
this game. And South Carolina's defensive line may not be great, and they had a guy that got injured in the first quarter, but they're not the worst by far defensive line that we have played and probably will play, going through.
Mm-hmm.
And so, watching us be able to run the ball, Mateer played, I think, within himself, and he may still have slight injury issues, being able to grip the ball or whatever. And so we didn't go downfield a lot, but we ran the ball well. Defense just is lights out, man. Defense is just crazy good.
So good.
Does special teams seem like an area we're going to need to start worrying about more?
Should we ever punt again? Unless it's Mateer?
Or what do we do? The first
Yeah.
two punts were like, what?
Well, that's the thing. He's been
Wild.
good all. Yeah, he's
I
been good
know.
all year. So
Something just off. That was
yeah,
weird.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know what it was. And then he had a decent punt in the second half where we pinned him. We pinned him pretty deep and stuff.
No, that
So
was Mateer.
well, no, there was another one that was
Yeah.
that guy. But yeah, the Mateer one was electric, and
Flawless.
Yeah, that was great.
Thompson getting down there and stopping, catching it on the one was pretty epic too. So
Yeah,
another safety, you know,
great. Love it.
first half you feel like going into halftime, you kind of felt bad, because we gave up the touchdown. Which
Yeah.
what are your thoughts on that touchdown we gave up? Like just in general.
Isn't that the one where they had a false start they didn't call?
Yeah, they had a false start and probably two holding, two guys that were holding.
Yeah.
I think the more I watch the game, it's the same with targeting, and we can talk about targeting later. But the more I watch college football, the more I don't understand what holding is. I guess I don't
Well,
understand.
I think
Or
that
blocking the
there's
back.
yeah, or blocking the back. Like to me, there's holding that goes on kind of all the time, but it's the really whenever you can tell it affects the play. If you're locked in and you're holding the guy's jersey or something like that right in the middle, and they start to pull away from you, and you don't let go, then most of the time that's going to get called. Or if you hook your arm around their chest, as they're trying to run by you, that's usually going to get called.
Yeah.
So whenever that happens and it doesn't get called, usually they're not going to call it if you stay in front of them, even if you're holding their jersey or something like that. They're not going to call that as long
Yeah.
as it doesn't really affect the play necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a tough one. I mean, it's kind of like the NBA. There could be a foul called probably every time down the field, right, or down the court. I mean,
That's what I was gonna say is like NBA, you've got 3 refs on the court. College football, you have what, like 7, 8, something like that.
yeah, there's
So
8 guys, I think. Yeah,
I just think that like there's always going to be a discrepancy unless you have the way I was thinking about it is like on a corn on a cob, you have little like things on the ends that you put in. I'm like, if you had 2 refs right there at the line that are just right there, but they'd probably get destroyed or run over or hurt, so there's no surefire way to get everything ever,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It,
No, but I mean, yeah.
it
Go
is
ahead.
one.
You
It
work now.
is sorry. It is one thing though. It's when it seems like it's all so lopsided. Like I'm fine when
yeah,
if there's yellow being thrown everywhere, as long as it's even or somewhat. Like there's 6 to 11 penalties thrown. That's not as even, but when it's 98 yards against OU in the first half and nothing against Ole Miss, that doesn't seem. I'm not sitting there saying like fair or whatever.
South Carolina,
What I say?
Ole Miss.
Oh,
That's next week.
yeah,
sorry. I'm getting
yeah.
excited for Ole Miss. It's my fault.
Don't put that on us, Ricky Bobby.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, but it's one of those things where you just get kind of like you get frustrated, especially when OU just seems like this is what they'll do sometimes. We will play great and look great, especially on defense, and then all of a sudden we falter a little bit due to just kind of ignorant plays or calls. You're like, was that really like if that was against us? I don't think you call it, but because we're on defense, that play is being called. So that's just
Yeah,
that's probably my bias. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
no, I feel that.
Well, yeah. There's things all the time that you kind of got to look at and everything, but you know, other you know, other than the touchdown, that was fourth down. So say they had called the false start or they had called the hold. I mean, they still would have had a chance to score. So it's not like that would have ended the possession or anything. So
Yep.
I
you can't
think
really go
I
off that.
I appreciated, I think that are they 1-3 or 0-3? They were 0-3 at the time in conference play, maybe. Or no, I'm trying to think of what they were. But I appreciated that they went for it on fourth down several times, right? I just was like, that's
Right.
fantastic. Kentucky did it against Texas, where I was like, fantastic, go for it. Like, um, and then when OU starts punting terribly, I was like, man, why are we not just going for it? But yeah,
At that
I
point,
mean, I I don't agree necessarily, especially on the first drive that South Carolina had.
yeah,
Say they had gotten points, they because we got the first if if we hadn't gotten that tackle for loss because we got a tackle for loss that made it like what 4th and 7 or something like that, 4th and goal from the 7. Well, we tackled him like on the 2 yard line or something like that. So I feel like if you hadn't gotten that tackle for loss, then you go for it. But since it got driven back, I'm almost like take the field goal, take the points. You're up 3-0 at that point in the
yeah,
game.
yeah.
right,
I'm not saying that things wouldn't have been the same the rest of the game, but that can change. That can getting some points on the board can change a lot. Um, but
yeah.
you know, really, kind of the same things we've been talking about with this defense, just in general. 6 sacks, 13 tackles for loss. I mean, we have more sacks and more tackles for loss than every other team in the nation by far. I mean,
Yeah.
I
or at
think
least in the SEC. I'm not
I,
sure
I,
about
I
nation,
think I think I saw like the next best team was like 20 to 26 less than us. Yeah, it's something
yeah,
pretty
yeah,
incredible.
yeah. It's
Well, and
ridiculous.
even safeties. Safeties, I mean, you'd be happy for your team to get a safety in one season. We've already got two. I
Yeah,
mean, that's crazy,
in big moments. Yeah, big
right?
moments, safeties in big
Yes.
moments, and it's kind of funny. Ross texted me after the game, and he said, "Hey, this is our first SEC win against a team not from Alabama."
Wow,
So
um,
crazy.
because we beat Auburn
That's
twice and
crazy.
Alabama, yeah. So
That's crazy.
it's kind of nice to get another SEC win under our belt there, and
Yep. Yep.
um, defensive line just destroying people. Everybody was, Taylor Wine looks awesome. What do you guys think
Oh
about
my gosh.
what do you think about the interception that he had on the fake punt?
It's impressive, man. His awareness is impressive. I mean, I know that you start to kind of see the play develop on any kind of fake field goal or fake punt, but to have the wherewithal to immediately he suspected it almost immediately. You know,
Yeah,
um,
and he's a big dude too.
he's a big
Like
dude.
to
Yeah,
be able to
maybe he should
go
be
and get
playing tight
that.
end.
Hey, we we could use some of those guys that are ready to block and everything. But that's another thing to talk about is blocking in general for the
Yeah,
run game was better. Tight ends seemed to block much better downfield. Um, Helms was looked pretty good out there blocking.
yeah,
Made some great plays and stuff. Uh, we didn't have to throw. I think we ran the ball more than we threw. We had two running backs that averaged over 5 yards a carry. Um, and
that's great.
I think those are our two guys, right? That we got to go with the rest of the year.
I
Yeah,
think so.
I don't think I don't think we rely on material running. Because I don't know if we want to even attempt to either re-injure the hand, a thumb, or have a situation where it's something worse. And so I think having OU's known for that. We've always had two really good running backs, or for the most part, two good running backs. One great running back and one that has an offset of what the other one doesn't.
Yeah,
And so I'm fine with that. And I think it's important. And it's also load management for a game stance, especially when we have to play teams like Alabama and LSU coming up. I think even
Yeah,
Ole Miss is going to present some problems. So
yeah, yeah. But I mean, just seeing what Blaylock as a true freshman's doing, and then Robinson, he was our best running back last year, and for him to come in and have a good game too. I mean, I'm kind of like those are the guys we need to run with.
are we
yeah,
Perfectly
disappointed?
fine not seeing.
Yeah, I was going to ask, are we
I'm
disappointed
perfectly
in
fine
not?
not. No, I mean he hasn't done anything. What I mean, maybe I'm disappointed that we spent NIL money on him when we could have maybe spent it on something else. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
eh, whatever, it is what it is.
You're not going to win every single one of those transfers.
Yeah, we won in different areas. I mean, I think Zatania has been a good
yeah,
get. He's been probably our best receiver this year.
Well, I think so for sure. Um, so I guess maybe so we can walk into the Ole Miss uh, coming to town. Was that and I understand it's South Carolina. I understand it's not a ranked team or whatever. But do you feel like that was a statement win, or was that just we took care of business, we did with the job, on to the next?
I think. I mean, I don't know. What do you think, Paul? I would kind of lean that it's kind of a just take care of business type of thing.
yeah. I don't know that you can say in the SEC because that's where we live now. I don't. This is going to be the gauntlet every year of just playing tough teams, and so I don't think it's a statement win. I think that I think Ole Miss would be a statement win. I think Alabama would be a statement win. I think any of these,
Tennessee, right?
absolutely, any of these next several games, um, chipping away each time. So I think starting this Saturday, we'll kind of begin that time of like, okay, like these are statement wins each week. If we do that, I think Michigan was a big statement win. I think that was a big historic prime time kind of game to win. That was important. Auburn was fun to win, but I don't think that the world was like, oh, look at OU, they're so special. They beat Michigan. They beat. I just I think it really, you know,
Yeah,
when the rubber
I think
meets
it
the
set
ground.
us right. It set us up, to where people started to take notice, but they still didn't. They still don't believe necessarily,
Right.
that we're here. I think they're looking at our defense and they're like, "Wow, that's pretty crazy what Venables has done in the last 4 years to get our defense to where it is." But they
Yeah.
want to see us against Ole Miss. Ole Miss is going to be the best defense or the best offense we may see all year. So, you
Yep.
know, there's going to be a lot that comes down to how good that team is and how good we are. Um, I said
Yep.
before we get into Ole Miss, like look at the teams that lost this week, or the teams that played. Um, One
Yeah.
of the stats I was looking at is 9 of the top 25 teams lost, and of those 9 teams, 6 of them were ranked higher than the team they lost to.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Texas
So
Tech.
that's fantastic.
yeah, Texas Tech lost. I mean,
Miami.
the biggest one is probably Miami. Yeah,
Yeah.
that had to be the
Yeah.
biggest loss.
Yep.
Um, that was just a wild game. Louisville,
Oregon lost.
yeah,
Or was that last week?
That was last week.
that was last
Oregon
week.
won this
That
week.
was last
Oregon
Yeah,
won big this week.
Oregon won
Yeah.
Oregon
last week.
played Rutgers. Yeah, just destroyed
That's
them.
right. That's right.
Yeah, the Big Ten power Rutgers.
Yeah.
Or I know this isn't a Big Ten conversation, but I'm kind of curious to hear y'all's thoughts. And I don't know when the game actually is, but let's say next weekend is Indiana Ohio State.
Mm.
What are you thinking?
I don't think Ohio State's schedule's weak, dude. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
let me
they're
get
like
them.
28th or 30th or something like that on strength of schedule. OU's like 10, I think. And I
Where's
think
that
I
high?
texted that somebody. Yeah, I texted somebody that yesterday. It was a random thought that I had that I went through and looked at Ohio State's wins. And I was like, I don't know, man, whatever. Like I just don't think
Yeah,
that they've played people.
their wins this year. They beat Texas, um,
Sure. Sure.
Grambling State, Ohio, Washington, Minnesota, Illinois,
Oh yeah, so
Wisconsin.
they've literally played no one.
That's what I'm
So really,
saying. So
Texas and Illinois, Texas is their best win, definitely.
Indiana would kill them.
Was
That's
that
my
was
They don't
opinion.
the Texas
they
win? Was
don't
that
play.
where was that at?
That was at Ohio State. Texas win was at
Oh,
Ohio State,
hmm.
and they don't play Indiana.
At
Yeah.
all until
But you're saying
until the championship,
Yeah, unless they play in the unless they play in the Big Ten championship, they don't play
which would be epic.
Indiana. Yeah,
oh, I mean, now I kind of want them both to go undefeated to see it, and then I would love to see Ohio
right.
State get smoked.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Wow.
so I mean, who knows with the Big Ten? I mean, the way the Big Ten is, it may be a two-horse race as it is. It may be Indiana and Ohio State, but you know, as good as Indiana is, I mean, anybody can lose to anybody. So
Yep.
Yes.
we've all seen much better teams lose worse games. You lose to worse
Right.
teams.
So
I mean,
the biggest loss probably this past weekend was definitely Miami, because I don't think any of us had that call. But was the more stunning loss Texas Tech?
I mean, that's pretty rough.
Yeah, because Arizona State, who knows? They're not anything.
I mean,
They're not
right.
as good this year as they were last year.
no, I kind of thought Texas Tech would pretty much run the gauntlet in the Big 12. I don't think they do much in when they go to the playoffs, but in terms of the Big 12, I didn't see anybody else really standing in front of them.
Yeah, Iowa State's been
Yeah,
kind of a disappointment.
yeah, yeah. That was our thought. Yeah, that was my thought too. Is that but you kind of got to look at it. There's always going to be teams that lose games that you don't think they're going to lose, and
Right.
even in the Big 12, um, the only team that's not going to beat anybody is probably Oklahoma State.
The Bananas, Oklahoma State
Dude,
Bananas.
their fans are hilarious right now. It's
And
so funny.
I love how the only thing that makes them relevant are the fans. It's not the team.
Yeah, I respect it.
Hey, you got to find joy where you can get
Exactly.
it, right? So
exactly.
So just to point out, Indiana does not play another ranked team all year.
So they got to finish undefeated and then go to the title.
They played Illinois. Yeah, they played Illinois and Oregon. Those are the only two ranked
Isn't that
teams
crazy?
they played.
And we
This
play
is what we signed up for in the SEC. We signed up for it.
86 ranked teams.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, our next 5 games are all against
all ranked
teams. So
that's funny.
Let's see, especially what the So,
well, a lot of them are top 10.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
it's not just like, oh, they're top 25. It's like, no, they're like top 7.
Yeah. I mean, Ole Miss is 8.
Yeah.
Tennessee is 17. Alabama's 4, Missouri's 15, and LSU is 20. So
Okay. And we
yeah,
don't play Georgia, right?
yeah, we don't play Georgia.
Yeah.
Um, we don't play
You kind of
Vandy.
feel bad.
Maybe it's lucky we don't play Vandy, right?
Yeah.
Seriously.
You kind of feel bad for the selection committee to step in there and do some of this stuff at times.
Nah, they're gonna be enjoying their caviar and free wine coolers and
Can we go?
yeah. I mean, I've tried to see what it would take to get on there. I'm not important enough. So,
Uh,
but yeah, fun weekend of college football. It's always fun to see some upsets and top 10 teams too. It's always fun to see LSU lose. I love seeing LSU lose. So
So great.
it's almost as good as seeing Liverpool lose, but we'll get to that. Sorry.
Oh,
yeah.
man. Yep.
Next on the next episode.
Yep.
So diving into OU versus Ole Miss coming up.
We're favored.
So favored.
Are we
What
really?
is it? 4.5? Is it 5.5 points or
4.5. As of
4.5 points?
when you're watching this on Tuesday, don't yell at me. But when we're
I got
recording
my
Monday,
machine
4.5.
as of Monday. Yeah.
Wow. That's
You guys,
refreshing.
you guys going to the game?
My daughter has soccer. Do you think I'm going to the game?
Hey,
It's 11, isn't it? 11 a.m.
yeah,
Yeah.
11. Good. The beautiful 11 a.m. kickoff.
Hey,
Gosh.
a beautiful 68-degree day. I'm here for it.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
Supposed to be nice. I'll take it.
Warner,
Yeah.
the youth group is going to Falls Creek for the retreat.
Yeah.
So Warner will be
Nice.
there. I think Porter does have a game maybe in the morning at some point. So I'll have to check on that.
At 11.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. So
Probably
great.
at 11.
So I have to drive across the traffic.
Oh.
Yeah.
Steven, are y'all going?
Oh yeah, yeah, we're going. Well, Amy and Clark are going to be. They're going to be at the youth fall retreat. Amy's helping
Oh.
cook, and Clark is going.
Yeah.
So Roman has band rehearsal all day. Poor guy. So
Oh my gosh.
it's going to be my mom and dad are coming up, and we're going to go with Jolie. Me, mom and dad, and Jolie are going. So
That's fun.
Nice.
I
Fantastic.
haven't been to a game with them in a couple of years. So
Well,
That's
exciting.
good. That'll be good.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I guess the kind of thing to watch for. What are you guys looking at? What are you guys thinking are the biggest things that we're gonna have to deal with?
I feel like after watching the South Carolina game, there's a lot to be excited about. I really believe that. I think that OU shoots itself in the foot. I think penalties are a massive problem. I think that I think Mateer is coming off the injury, so he's inaccurate. So I think a lot of the passes he threw last week were just not great. And so yeah, I'm excited. Like I actually feel confident. It's like if we can kind of just close up some of those things, our defense is
Yeah,
just so ridiculous, dude. Like I don't really have a ton of issues with defense. It's like, nah, man, just kind of let them do what they're doing. Um, but it sounds like if we can kind of lock in the running game, if Mateer can kind of catch up with his accuracy back to where he was, I think he's running not as confident right now because of his hand. I think if some of those things just kind of come together, it's like I really think we're a really good team and a hard team to beat. So
Well, that the way the matchup works, if our offense can get a little bit better in terms of the things you've just stated, their defense is not going to be as good. They're not ranked nearly as high. But then you look at the flip side of things. I'm very interested to see how well we can do now. We were assuming we were going to sack Arch how many times, and we never got
oh my
to.
gosh, I know, it made me
I
so
would,
mad.
yes, and I would like to think that our defense, that extremely high nationally ranked defense, will actually put pressure on the quarterback to allow us, whether it's more tackles for loss, more sacks, or we got to have one game where we get like 4 turnovers. I'll take it
Yeah.
for Ole Miss. Like I'll take that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that was maybe the Texas game was like lit a fire under those guys to be like, hey, we thought, maybe they were like, we thought too much of ourselves going into the Texas game. We were like,
Right.
oh yeah, we're not gonna have to try as hard maybe, or we're not gonna have to contain as well. They let even at the end of the South Carolina game, they let their quarterbacks get out a little bit on a couple long runs and stuff, or he shed some tackles. He's a big guy. I mean, he's a
Yeah.
good runner. He's kind of known for that and everything. But there were, probably should have had two or three more sacks, really.
Right.
If you look at it and everything. But I
Yeah.
think I think these guys are working well together. I mean, David Stone is just dominating guys in the front. Like
Dude.
there was a play. I think it was Grayson Halton just blew right through the middle of the line, to get a tackle for loss, like for a 3 or 4 yard loss. And you're like, that's not normal. That's not a
Right.
normal thing, no matter
Right.
how good your defense is.
Right.
So if I guess the question, one of the things about that I'm most interested about, so it's going to be our their offensive line against our D line is going to be what is the biggest thing on the game, and then our secondary, to
Yeah.
see if our secondary, how well our secondary can play. We've had a couple injuries here and there and there.
I think I texted y'all about that. There was a play where they called us for pass interference because it was if our uh,
Oh,
defensive back just
Boganowski, the
turned
Boganowski play.
if he just turned around, it's an interception. Like
It was such
if
a
you're
it
just
was such an underthrown ball. Yeah,
yeah, it's tough.
yeah,
So yeah, well,
a
I think
couple
we'll
of
figure
those
that
for
stuff
sure.
out.
They'll watch
But
film. They'll check it out.
Yeah.
yeah, so hopefully when it comes to our defensive line is just ready. And I don't know enough about Ole Miss to know how good their offensive line is. If their quarterback is going to be trying to stay in the pocket, then how much is that going to give us more time to get more sacks? Is he's probably not as elusive as some of these other guys are. Um, so do we have a chance to get more pressure? And even though they just played Georgia. Georgia defensively is not what they have been in the
Yeah.
past. So
Mm-mm.
I mean, they've given up over 30 points multiple times this year, and the most our defense has given up is what 18 on defense. Like we gave up 16 against
Yeah.
Texas.
I
We
mean,
gave up,
Yeah.
yeah, I think we gave up
well, and even
18 to or 17 to Ole Miss, right, or whatever. So
I can't remember what the statistic was, but essentially, like we have allowed so few touchdowns so far. Like it was like one
yeah,
touchdown or two touch. I mean, it's like something crazy, you know. And you forget that because you get so frustrated about other elements of the game that you're like, man, our defense is so good. Like,
It's
you
pretty
know,
insane.
it's insane. Yeah.
Well, given all those it takes, right? What are we
Yeah.
thinking about this game?
Oh man, I'm so ready.
And I guess we
You mean?
probably need to go back. Well, so Steve, you wanna walk us through what we picked last week and how we
Oh
did
yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah,
So we'll do.
yeah,
So we'll
sure.
look at last week, this week, and then we'll look
yeah.
at
I like that.
the our random game.
Okay.
So we all picked OU, but I don't keep those scores.
Yep.
But we all three picked Georgia to win. What was the final score of that game?
40,
I,
35 or something like that. 43, 35.
so yeah, something like that. That's
Well, I mean,
right.
it's high scoring.
Yeah,
Every time. 43-35. Nice.
43-35. So okay, so Paul picked Georgia 31-28. I
Mm.
picked Georgia 32-28,
Mm-hmm.
and Shaun picked Georgia 35-10. So
Woo.
I mean, we all got wins,
Yeah.
and we all undershot how many points Georgia was going to score. Um,
Yeah.
so
I
Yeah,
think
that
that's the
was
most they've scored all season. I'm not going to go back and look, but I'm pretty sure that's why I think we all kind of thought it'd be a
Yeah.
lower scoring game.
yeah, it was either
Yeah.
that game or against Tennessee, right? I mean, they played pretty good against Tennessee, so
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a pretty high scoring game.
So do we all? I know we probably won't write it down or anything, but I'm assuming we're all saying OU. We all feel. I'm not gonna say like, oh, we're confident, but we all feel that OU can get the job done.
I think based on that Ole Miss Georgia game, I think this is a chance for OU to blow Ole Miss out. So
I'm
I'm
gonna
going
be,
to say 30. I'm going to say 31-7.
is are we going? Do we want to go with this game as our pick'em game, or do we want to go with a different
I always like going a different game on the pick'ems
game? Okay, okay.
That's
because
yeah, that's good
there's two other SEC options we can have fun with.
because we're
I'll go ahead
SEC
and
game of the week.
yeah, I'll go ahead and keep this score. I'll go ahead and put this down. So what did you say? You said OU.
I'm going to say 31-7 OU.
So you think we have not scored more now 26 points, but it was 24 points since Auburn last year. Is this the game?
I feel
This
good,
might
man.
be the game.
I feel good.
Okay, I'm gonna go OU. I'm gonna go 24-14.
Yeah, I respect that.
And I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's yeah. It's every game now is a statement win. So yeah,
Right.
Mm,
Okay, Shaun, are you picking Georgia? Are you picking OU or Ole Miss?
so I think Ole Miss only scores 10. But I'm debating: do we score 23 or 30 or 31? I'm gonna say 31-10.
exactly. Yeah,
31-10. Okay.
Yeah,
that's right.
yeah.
Cool. Cool.
And I think game day is at the LSU game, right? A&M LSU.
I think you're right because A&M's undefeated, right?
Yep. So it's number 3 versus number 20. But there's another game. Looks kind of exciting. Missouri 15, Vanderbilt 10.
Yeah, that'd be good at Vanderbilt.
Yes.
I mean, that's probably the highest
Yes.
ranked other than our game. Like our game is the highest ranked between the two teams, and so Missouri Vandy
Yep.
is the next out of the whole weekend. So yeah, so I'd say you. So
Do we want to do game day or do Vandy?
No preference.
It's all down to you, Steven.
Let's do the Vandy game.
Yeah, let's go Vandy.
I don't like Missouri, so let's do that.
I mean, I'm definitely picking Vandy.
Yeah,
I think we all three are. Yeah.
Probably, yeah, right.
Okay, so that's the game we're picking. 28-24 Vandy.
Oh.
Okay. Okay.
Oh.
What's the spread on that one?
Sports Illustrated is saying College Game Day is going to Missouri, is going to Vanderbilt.
Okay.
Let's go. That worked out.
Nice.
You kind of would assume they would have had A&M spread. So again, as of 10-18, 2.5 Vanderbilt.
I think I'm going to go Vandy 31-21.
There you go.
Did you see the over/under?
No, what's the over under? Is it 52?
52.5?
Wow.
Come on.
Nope.
Wow.
Have not seen the under.
Fantastic.
Man, that always take the under.
Mm. 27-13 Vanderbilt.
Okay,
Guys, you know what would be hilarious is if UCLA beat Indiana.
oh my gosh.
They do weird stuff,
Oh,
man. They're on a 3-game win streak. They
right.
beat Penn State, Michigan State, and Maryland back to back to back.
They beat the Terps.
I'm just saying. That would be hilarious.
Okay, so
It's at Indiana though, so that could be tough. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. I might almost want to pick that upset.
Yeah. Probably make some money.
That'd be pretty epic. That would be pretty epic. I would
Who's
love that.
who does Indiana play next?
Let's
Like
see
thinking
who
of a
they
trap
got.
game.
Indiana plays Maryland after that.
Okay, yeah. They're not.
Yeah.
They're gonna smoke them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay. Well, so far on the year with our selections,
Do we have to? That's fine. We're fine.
Paul 1, 2, 3, 4. Paul's 5-3. I'm 6-2. Shaun's now 3-5.
Yeah.
There it is.
So
That's right.
good times. Good times.
Well, that was a full NCAA segment. I didn't know
Good.
how else to pull that, and I'm not gonna say anything like now for our commercial break. No, we don't have any of that. So on to again. I'm gonna say it again because I'm gonna say this every time. The 2025 NBA champions.
NBA champions. So we're
Yeah.
tipping off tomorrow, getting those
Nope.
rings.
By the time you listen to this,
That's right.
by the time I actually get all this done and post it in the morning,
That's true.
today, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to watch the Oklahoma City Thunder. And I don't care. I listened to somebody earlier about, I think it was actually Alex, was like, I just don't care anymore about Kevin Durant's feelings. I do. I want him to feel just horrible the entire game. I want them to have
a camera on him
the entire
Here's the
time.
thing. So the Starting Five documentary came out on Netflix. Have y'all watched it?
Yeah.
I've watched episode 1 and I'm halfway through episode 2.
1 is enough at this point because you're just like, he's trying to rewrite history. He's trying to make people feel bad for him. And so is James Harden. James Harden doesn't bother me as much. KD, I'm just like, nobody cares, man. Like, your titles don't mean as much. Sorry.
No.
No. What didn't he have a quote that said there was something along the, I don't know exactly, but something along the lines of, they're mad at me because I left.
I took away hypothetical championships.
I took away a hypothetical championships.
Yep.
Dude, we weren't
delusional.
Winning. Even if you'd have stayed, we weren't winning one with you because you're soft.
Delusional.
Also, this man said during the, and I would love, this is one, like, again, I don't care about any of them, but I would love to hear what they have to say. When he basically said he drove the bus, changed the oil, changed the tires, rotated the tires.
No. Nope.
Tinted the windows. He said he was like, it's in the episode 1, Starting 5. If y'all haven't watched it yet,
yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
Anyway,
it's great.
Anyway, let's stop talking about this loser and let's start talking about Oklahoma City Thunder.
Get you pumped if you have time, whether you're at work or whatever you're doing. You need to watch Loud City, dubbed by dub, because it's wonderful. Electric. It gets you ready for the game. It does.
So good, man.
That's on NBA TV.
I believe YouTube.
It's just
so
YouTube.
If you go to YouTube, you can go find it for free.
About an hour and a half. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
So great.
So great. I love it. It's almost overwhelming how much good content. It's like so great. And I need that because I get on Twitter for a minute and it's like, oh, the Thunder are frauds. Oh man, they don't deserve to be in the like. And I'm like, I'm just gonna go watch these documentaries and then watch all of the 7-game series again.
They're just so mad at
all the tears.
Yeah.
So we've talked about it, but I don't know that we've officially made picks on how many wins the Thunder are going to have.
Oh, what is
So
like they're expected like 63, 62, something like that.
60. I thought it was 63 and a half. And
Okay.
I did see another stat. I think the Athletic posted it. But out of the past 26 teams, only 25 have gone on, or 25 of the 26 teams do not repeat or go greater than the number they won the season before.
Mm.
So we're going to be number 2.
So
Yeah,
one,
go ahead, Steve.
what is your pick for the Thunder? A number of wins for the Thunder. What's your pick? What's your number? And then 2, who wins the NBA championship?
Oh, easy. So easy. So,
Unless there's an
caveat.
injury.
Caveat. You said it. So, Dub, with him not being in the starting of the season, I don't think, and Alex and Andrew talked about this a little bit, like, when do you start being concerned about that? And he's like, oh, not till April.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'm not worried about that unless we get to April and he is having issues or something like that, which would be terrible. I don't think that's what's going to happen. I think they're just being so careful and cautious because
they'd rather be, because they know they don't need.
Yep. Exactly.
Honestly, it's one of those things where you're just going to say, we played how many games without iHeart, how many games without J. Will, how many games without Chet. I mean, you had all these situations. Going back and watching Loud City, we almost forget there was a 10 or 12 game span where J-Dub was the starting 5. Like, he was our big man. And we went, the record there was fine.
Yep.
And so it's one of those situations where I think that this team, another reason why you love this team so much more than any other team we've ever had in Oklahoma City, albeit a small history, it is 1 through 17 or 1 through 15. Like, when Oos can come in, I don't care, preseason game, but Oos can come in and say, well, I'll make a shot. And then everyone on the team cheer just as hard as they did winning a championship for a preseason game. I mean, that's just the camaraderie of this team. You can't. It's hard to root against them.
So good.
Well, I mean, like Kenrich was had meaningful minutes in the finals.
Right.
Like AJ Williams was playing in the finals.
AJ Mitchell.
AJ Mitchell.
Or AJ Mitchell. AJ Williams.
Yeah.
$70 million Williams.
The 4th Williams.
Yeah, all right. We need another Williams.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's like there's guys that make impacts that wouldn't even play, on other teams.
There's a little dude. He's not little, but he has a huge mustache. His last name is Barnheiser, and that guy's going to be crazy. It's going to be great. And I think that's the other thing. I talk about injuries. Caruso missed a bunch of games, and so I think if we're talking about win totals and title, I still think, because I'm a homer, because I love the Thunder, because we've only gotten better and now we have experience. So yeah, like, I expect us to repeat, which I'm cool saying that. I mean, Vegas says that, so it's not like it's
not just you. The GMs of the NBA, 80% chance, or 80% of them say the Thunder will repeat. Their next highest is tied Houston Rockets and somebody, maybe the Nuggets, for 7% chance each.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
so we should lean into that.
The Rockets.
I know.
No.
So that should motivate us. And I think because of J-Dub's current injury and us and the Thunder being tight-lipped about everything, I would have, before the season, if everybody was healthy, I would have been like, we're going to hit 70. I have no problem saying that, But with him being injured, I'm going to say 65 wins is what I'm going to say.
Okay.
And we'll be recording live from the parade next summer talking about this.
Yeah. Oh, we're all taking off. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll say 70 sounds good. I don't even care.
Do it.
This team this team. I can't look at this team and go, because it was one of those things where when we did lose, it was almost like, oh, okay, I get it. I see it. Or, we're going to have off nights. but I feel like
Guys, Chet's gonna be so good.
okay, fine. 62
Uh,
wins, 62 wins, but we do not lose against the East. Boom.
So we don't lose any
60.
East games.
Nope.
So you went from 70 to 62.
Yeah, I think fine. We'll lose more games from the West because I do think Minnesota's going to be difficult. Denver's going to be difficult, but I don't think we lose. So again, we gain one win back from the East. We lose
Dude,
some stink, and we lose a
when
stinker.
they said that again in the I think it was Loud City documentary,
Mhm.
that they lost once in the East. I had to hear it again because I was like, what?
Oh yeah, and it was the first time
Okay.
I think that it was the first big game of the season.
It was the
Like,
Cavs.
it was
the
that
Cavs.
was the game. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, when
And
you
then we
lose more
smashed
games
them.
in the finals than you did in the entire season, like in the East
It's
against the East.
insane. It's insane.
Man, yeah, if we were in the East, we'd be winning, like 78
Oh.
games.
Oh yeah. And we were what, 17 wins ahead of the next team in the West or something stupid. It was a huge
And that's
gap.
not a fluke. That's the second season in a row.
Yeah, to get the first seed.
Okay, so I was thinking you were going to go 70, so I was going to be contrarian and I was going to go low, but now I'm going high.
Yeah.
I'm going 67. I'm going 67.
There it is. 6-7?
67 wins.
Stop it.
67.
Stop it.
Let's go. Let's go. My sons will be happy you guessed that.
Tell Porter I said 6-7.
Dude, it's insane. I after school today, they were playing, I don't know, Fortnite or something, and I walk down the hall and I just hear all of them just go 6-7, like 6 kids yelling it. And I was like, what is going on right now in the world?
Get out, all of you.
Yeah, I was like, y'all need to go
Okay,
touch grass.
So I'm guessing I'm not even gonna have to ask, but who you picking? Who you picking to win the NBA championship?
It's back to back.
Oh, easy.
Okay, back to back, back to back. Okay, three
Yeah.
of us going back to back. We got it.
Yeah.
I'm not. I mean,
Place our bets.
like, why wouldn't you? Like, with the team that we have, we've signed. We've signed the guys that long term that we need to.
Yep.
We've got the guys built in. We're even bringing. I mean, I don't know how long is do we have a deadline on Topic's recovery?
They said 4 to 6 weeks.
Okay, so I mean,
Yeah.
like, he'll be back. Probably by the end of by the end of this month or beginning of next month
Yeah.
or whatever.
AJ Mitchell is going to be a great facilitator for the second team.
Dude, he's so good.
Yeah. So
he was killing it before he
good.
got injured last season.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm looking forward
back to back.
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
It's gonna be so fun.
So yeah. So okay. So we need a camera that's on, especially when the ring ceremony's going. We need a camera on Durant. We're gonna be celebrating big time.
What would you do? What would you do if Shea walked over to Durant with it on and had him kiss it?
Actually, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of wish. So is Steven Adams gonna be there?
Yes.
There was some. So Serge Ibaka is gonna be there.
Uh-huh.
Steven Adams.
Well, they already announced the starting 5 for Houston. Did you see that?
No.
Going big. They're going big man. So Şengün, Adams, Durant, Amin Thompson, and Jabari Smith.
That's like a Minnesota length.
Uh-huh.
Golly.
And I think the Thunder are going to have a heyday with it.
I almost say let's give Steven Adams, Serge Ibaka like honorary rings and not give one.
I would love that. I would love that.
Okay,
I'm just that kind of petty. I'm not kind of petty.
Oh yeah.
Sports.
Can Rumble just give him a cupcake? Like, congratulations.
Yeah.
He opens opens it and it's a cupcake inside.
Oh my gosh, that'd be so funny. He wouldn't recover.
Who is starting instead of J-Dub?
Instead of J-Dub? Probably Case and Wallace.
Not Wiggins?
Yeah.
Casey started a ton last season, I feel like. But yeah, I mean, it could be Wiggins. I think Joe's hurt or out. I don't know. I don't think it's long. I think he's out.
Oh, Joe's hurt too?
I mean, Caruso might start. I don't know. I mean, that dude's a crazy person.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah.
I mean, they've shown they can do the rotation however they need to
Right.
Yep.
make it work. So
I think we're
everybody's
going to be
flexible
pleasantly surprised, and I think we're going to laugh at how many minutes Barnheiser gets because he's going to be a pest. Yeah.
I'm here for that.
What was the guy that was on the Pacers that was such a headache?
TJ McConnell. We were watching
McConnell, yeah.
We were watching the starting
TJ
five.
McConnell.
Was it starting five or was it Shaun? Which was it, starting five or Loud City, where they're talking about the SAT scores?
Starting five.
Starting five. So Taryn and I were watching it, and they showed TJ McConnell, and she goes, "Ooh, I hate that guy." Because every Thunder fan was just terrified of him.
So ridiculous.
He
was the JJ Barea of this last year.
He's the guy that you love him on your team, and
of course you do.
To be honest,
Caruso.
he's like Dort. I mean,
Patrick Beverly.
Yeah, Dort and Caruso. Like
Patrick Beverly.
The other teams hate Dort. The other teams hate
Absolutely.
Dort so much.
Memphis hates him because of that terrible foul he had on Morant, where Morant tried to jump over him.
Yeah, tried to jump over, tried to dunk over it.
Because that wasn't reckless. Morant
regardless,
doing that wasn't reckless.
Yeah. Regardless, what like my thing is,
and we swept him.
And I don't know why, but I'm not hating, or he's not a villain. But like watching the starting five, just don't care for Halliburton. I'm like, his part comes up. I'm like, just next guy.
He does not have a likable voice. I don't know what that says about me. I'm just saying, not a fan. Not a fan of the voice.
I hear myself talk, so I can't say anything.
I wasn't going to say anything either. But,
Ooh.
All right, well, guys, thank you for joining us on the pod today.
Yep, that's good.
No, seriously though, it's gonna see an OU victory end of the week, and gonna watch a couple really good Thunder victories because they got to win a decent amount to get to 67 wins for Steven. So, and I think Paul and I will be very happy if that happens, even though we're gonna be wrong. So, guys, seriously, thank you very much. The next podcast will launch a little bit later after this one does. So episode 15, we got a lot of fun. A lot of fun to talk about with United and a few other things.
You guys got a lot of fun. Yeah, thanks for joining us. Join us next time on 2.5 Takes. See you guys.